familiar with the saying, uh, good things come to those who wait. Well, I used to believe this saying, but now that I think about it, I don't. Because I think a better way to rephrase it would be, good things come to those who hustle, work hard, and never give up. Because honestly, in this fast-paced life that we're living, do we even have the capacity to sit and wait for things? Why not just act now, make things happen, and see how things go? Now, most of us would have an excuse of not knowing what their passion is. I know passion is such a big word right now. When you say, oh, I'm passionate about blah, 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 parang it feels such a big thing that most people assume that it's easy to find. But that's not the truth. The truth is, it's hard to find, and it's even harder to pursue. And your passion won't just drop down from the heavens and say, hey, I'm here for you. Let's make some nice things together. So, I guess I'm pretty lucky that at a young age, I was able to find that passion and pursue it. But then, I'll just talk a bit about a backstory. When I started doing my thing at 17, I didn't really consider myself an artist. I actually called myself a self-proclaimed artist because I didn't know if it quantifies that you do something and then you're already called an artist. And I always felt that during that time, I was never recognized for what I did. I was always at the backstage, behind the scenes. And I guess over the years, that has given me a constant push to be better, to prove people wrong, to find more meaning in my passion, and to stay true to that one thing that would make me fulfilled every day of my life. And it was rarely about luck it was really about luck, but more on working harder than everybody else and exerting more effort. Now, most of you guys know me as a letterer. So let's talk a bit more about lettering. Now, I'm pretty sure lettering has become a really big hit to everyone. Everyone I've known has been joining the bandwagon. I'm sure if you check your Instagram feed right now, you'll see at least a hand-lettered quote post there, or like a photo that's properly art-directed with all these nice quotes. And it's amazing to see how this art form is gaining traction, considering it was just, whoever thought, like, I used to think it was just doodles or like writing letters or doodling at your high school notebook. And then now it's becoming this big thing that most of us are so excited to see grow in the coming years. So, as for me, I have been technically doing lettering. I didn't know it was lettering before, but this was 10 years ago. My mom found my old notebooks. I used to be a consistent penmanship awardee in grade school. So we had that. So there was this pressure to really put out nice handwriting. And my mom has been really influential because I think my handwriting genetics came from her. And this somewhat led me to pursue hand lettering. And I didn't know it yet, but now that I knew it, I felt that there's a need for me to share this craft to others. And this craft is something that I really treasure, and I'm really excited to see how individual letterers and type lovers, and through this community, and how it will eventually grow and sustain itself in the years to come. So while I was thinking of what to share with you guys today, I came across a batch of newly printed guidebooks because I have workshops, and it's aptly called the ABCs of Hand Lettering. So, by the way, ABC is a play on letters, so that's Abbey Sy, ABC. So, yeah, so maybe most of you are like, bakit ABC siya? Sino ba siya? Letters ba siya? So, that's why I came up with the hashtags type by ABC or learn by ABC. Now, to tweak it a bit, today I'll talk about the ABCs of life and lettering. So you can say this is a snippet of how my creative journey came about, but it's also tips and tricks that I'd like to share with you guys. And it doesn't even matter if you're not an artist, just that you have an idea and you have the capacity to create things. I hope this will help you sort of move forward and act towards it. So for A, you are always a work in progress. Now, most of us think of success as a destination, but in fact, it's a journey. I think most people have the mindset that they always want to get there, but the thing is, you have to realize that you're getting there, not saying you've made it at once. Now, most of us are afraid to be a work in progress because they feel that you're not at the end of the finish line. You always want to say, I've made it, I'm successful enough. But you have to realize that there is value in seeing something small and it turned into an actionable thing. So these are some of the works in progress that I've had over the years. Now, most people would also assume that work in progress are just snippets of your work, like documenting, taking photos. But actually, work in progress refers to not just the art, but also the artist. Because as you improve over time and you hone your craft, you get to know yourself more, like what day are you most productive, or what style you want to embody as, and what type of work that you want to involve yourself in. And it's through these small things that you see how much you improve over time. I found this quote to be fitting. So it says, allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being excellent because you can't be amazing overnight. You don't have superpowers that, okay, one day, noob ka lang, tapos the next day, expert ka na, and then you're like super popular and all. I feel that, having the mindset you're constantly looking for ways to learn and improve makes you a better version of yourself. And your willingness to really explore new things and learn will lead you to whatever passion that you want to pursue. Because I didn't start doing lettering not until like 2012, but ever since I've been creating art that I didn't know would go anywhere, but now I guess I ended up like drawing letters instead. So I guess having that mindset really helps in pushing you to really go for your passions and find what you're looking for. Now, when we first start something, we always assume that we have embodied a certain level of fear, which is the fear of failure. Which is funny because when you think about it, fear is just a mindset. And hindi ka pa nagsisimula, isipin mo agad na nag-fail ka na. This mindset is just something that you can control yourself. So why are you still staying into that mindset? Having the capacity to step out of your comfort zone is really important. And over time, you will be able to overcome this. And I know that people will say that the universe will help in making these things a reality. It's true, the universe will help you in making it a reality. The universe will open you up to so many possibilities, but it is up to you to act on it. So be open to possibilities that life will throw at you. Because being open to possibilities will open you up to opportunities that you might have never seen coming. Case in point, I wanted to take my lettering to the next level. Parang lang, just want to do something parang, actually, the main goal was really to give back to the people who have supported me over the years for my art. So, I wanted to teach. I told my friends, uy, gusto ko magturo, let's have a workshop. But then, I had to address a few problems because, number one, I am very much of an introvert. I don't do public speaking, but I am now. I never did that. I'm selective with the people I talk to. I don't have that power to really teach. Second of all, I'm a self-taught artist. I guess I'm not sure if most self-taught artists are like this, but for me kasi, it has a limitation. Not getting design education is something that people might think that I don't embody, which is kind of scary because I'm creating this lesson plan. I'm not even sure if people understand what I'm trying to say. And third, I may not be the most OC person in the world. I have an OC level, maybe not just the level that exceeds the needs of being able to organize workshops. But I guess that there was a big push from my passion and really willingness to do this project that opened me up to the possibility of conducting them. If I didn't say yes to having like workshops and teaching others, I wouldn't have been able to pursue it over the long run. And this year, I've really decided on teaching and sharing this craft to others. And if it weren't for my being open and, embracing my introvertedness, but still managing to really connect with other people and make friends in this industry, I guess I wouldn't have been able to have my artwork on a book, or even like on a wallet, or have my work on a restaurant display, or have it sold in art fairs and bazaars. And I won't think I'd be standing here today if I wasn't open to the possibility. It was funny because late last year, I put up this Evernote and it said I have a life bucket list. And one of the bucket lists was to give a TEDx talk. So I was like, impossible yan, di mangyayari yan. And then a few months after, I was contacted to give this talk. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, possible pala siya. So there. So I don't think I'd be standing in front of you today if I wasn't open to that possibility. And the last, for letter C, it's creativity takes courage. Now, when we say creativity, most people would say, hindi ako artist, hindi yan pwede sa akin. But that's wrong. That mindset is wrong. Having the power to create is in anyone's hands. Once you have the resources, your ideas, and all these goals, you can create something. Well, in my case, I've always been shy and I've always been behind the spotlight. And I've always been not meaning to really push myself to show things and to tell people, hey, I exist. But I did, which is, I don't know how I did it, but I did. So, this was my artwork 7 years ago. When you think about it, oh my gosh, si Abbey Sy gumawa niyan. Parang hindi mo siya lettering, di ba? It's not at all. I don't know, at that time it was called psychedelic art. And I was on DeviantArt. Are you familiar with DeviantArt? Okay, not too old pa. But, yeah. So, this was one of the early works that gained a lot of favorites at that time. And I realized that if I didn't post my work there, I wouldn't have been able to transfer to different blog websites or transfer and continuously post my work until now that I'm being socially active online. But the thing is, I want you guys to have the courage to be creative. Work on that courage, build it up, and then tell good stories. What do you want to be remembered as? Remember that everything you post online is like, anyone can see it. And it's really important that that content that you're posting there is shareable and it's worth something. Make your mark and make it a good one. You don't know who's looking at your profile right now or your Instagram feed. Someone might just contact you out of the blue and invite you to work on something. And it's through these small things that really add up to the big things that will make you more credible as a person. I know most of us are pretty much iffy about being ready, but well, I recently transferred to my website, so feeling legit ko na, nag-website na ako. And then, actually, it was an impulse decision to do so, but I wrote this on my first post on my website/blog. But I figured that if I waited until I was ready, the time would never come. Because honestly, we always say, hindi tayo ready. Hindi pa ako ready. Hindi ko alam kailan ako magiging ready. But when will that ready be? Your ready might be too late. The world is changing like every single day. And everything has been so fast-paced now that you can't just wait for things and say that, okay, I'll be ready in like next week or next year, ganon. Or maybe you're just scared. There's a difference between being scared or not ready. Or maybe you'll say, I'm not good enough. I don't feel that I'm good enough. Ang dami kong kalaban. Ang dami ka talagang competition. That's true. Everyone's going to be better than you. But the only person that's hindering you from doing what you want is yourself. You're competing against the person who's always been the one shadowing you, which is always going to be yourself. There's always something to be done. Create something. Create what your heart wants. Create and fail, stand up, create and fail again. Just don't stop creating. Don't stop doing something. Because it's the creating, the working, and the making that may help you find what you're looking for and be where you're meant to be. So don't just sit and wait for the good things to come. Go out there, work extra harder than everybody else, make things happen, and most of all, always be creating. Thank you.